So first off, just tell me a little bit about the experience of being the Golden Bachelor.
It was great. The entire experience was great. It really was.
Now, born and raised in Detroit, a lot of Detroiters are going to be watching tonight. What would you have to say to people tuning in from Detroit tonight?
I'm homegrown there, right? I'm born in Detroit. I had a wonderful time, when I was there as a kid. Just, watch the show and enjoy it. And there's going to be some clips from Detroit and in my old neighborhood. I grew up right in the middle of the city. It's called Russell Woods. And right behind us when I was a kid, Dinah Ross lived. We would see her, be like, she was probably a teenager at the time, like, maybe late teens, and her mom lived right behind us. So, and all the Supremes were in the area. My dad taught the Temptations, Dinah Ross, all of them. So it was a great place to grow up.
Yeah, and you played under the legendary Bo Schembechler. Go Blue.
Yeah,
Do we see Ann Arbor at all in the show?
you're going to see a lot of Ann Arbor because we shot some up there. Now, Ann Arbor is also important to me because I went to the University of Michigan. I love Michigan. I really do.
Tell me a little bit about the elimination process, because that seems to be what I would think the hardest part is picking and choosing.
It is, and I really believe in shared energy, and if you're on the same wavelength, because people talk about, did I have the chemistry? Well, chemistry is real. It sounds sort of weird, but that's how it happens, and you have to make decisions real time. It's really compressed. Um, but it's not a good feeling when you have to let somebody go.
And I know things are kind of tight-lipped, but what can we expect? Is there a happy ending?
I can tell you this, if you watch the show, you can see the buildup, and the buildup is, part of the expectations of how the show goes. And there's a lot of plot twists and turns, and you got to watch it for the women because, they're the stars.
And tonight you're going to be meeting all the women. What was that experience like for you?
For me, I was anxious, obviously, and nervous at the same time, but excited. I was nervous, and because you don't get to see them beforehand. All you see is when they're getting out of the limousine, and all you see when they first step out are their legs, their shoes, and their ankles, and their gowns. So then they get out, and then you get to see them in person, and they walk over, and then they have the introduction. So it was quite an experience. It was great.